Good morning, everyone. Thank you to our residents, guests, elected officials, and city staff for joining me here today for the 2024 State of the City Address. I hope all of you had a very happy and holiday season filled with your family and friends. And from my family to yours, I wish you a wonderful 2024. Before we begin, I'd like to introduce some of our council members who are here today. Councilwoman Lisa Thompson from Ward 2 and our President Pro Tem, Councilman Tom Horwick. Thank you for joining us here today. I'd also like to introduce a few members of our wonderful city administration leadership team, our city administrator, Mr. Mike Snowden, our assistant city administrator, Lenore Tozer-Ardez, and our deputy city administrator, Mr. Tom Drabell. I'd also like to welcome two members of the Mayor's Youth Advisory Council today's State of the City Address. Their attendance here today is a shining example how future leadership starts at such a young age. Ladies, would you please stand? I stand before you today in the newly improved O'Fallon City Council chambers. These chambers originally opened in 1999. Besides, when we expanded the dais in 2010 to accommodate the addition of the 5th Ward to our growing city. We have not seen any major renovations to this room, and I'm proud to give this address from these chambers that has enhanced security features for both our visitors and great service to our residents, businesses, and visitors remains a constant for our city administration. And safety is paramount service that this city is committed to providing. I want to thank our project management staff who worked hard to plan and design these improvements, to our facility staff who worked hard to ensure this room was completed and ready for today's address, and to our communication staff as they continually work to improve the capabilities of providing live broadcast of our city council, our commissions, and boards as they conduct city business. City staff is not the only group of hardworking individuals that make our community great. Thank you to our partners in public service, our wonderful St. Charles County Ambulance District, the fire districts that serve this great city of O'Fallon, Lake St. Louis, Cotterville, Central County, Wentzville, and of course, the O'Fallon Fire Protection District. These are not only the agencies that provide a great service to our community, but we are also fortunate to have some of the best educators in the state right here in the great city of O'Fallon. O'Fallon is proud to be home of the Fort Zumwalt School District. Fort Zumwalt is joined in their mission to provide O'Fallon children with a great education by members of the Wentzville and Francis Howell school districts in our western and southern portions of our city, along with the education provided by private and parochial schools across the great city of O'Fallon. As a city, we're committed to our next generation of leaders, and thoughtful teachers provide the foundation for future greatness. And I want to thank Kathy Duck and her staff with the O'Fallon Chamber of Commerce and Industries. Together, this group helps our O'Fallon businesses stay successful, which in turn keeps O'Fallon successful. And again, this year, O'Fallon was recognized with accolades to set our city apart from any others. And in 2022, O'Fallon was ranked number 17 on the safest cities in Missouri's list. And this year, folks, we moved to number 7. This reflects the hard work of O'Fallon Police Department, built on the service and the sacrifice of each of the officers and dispatchers every single day. O'Fallon was identified as number 74 on the best U.S. suburbs to buy your first home. With nearly 20,000 municipal governments in the United States, I'm humbled to represent a city ranked number 74. This recognition is attributed to the phenomenal businesses, residents, and the city staff that work so hard every single day. As we enter 2024, O'Fallon once again is poised to be a leader among cities. The city's infrastructure is stronger now than ever. We only continue to grow in areas that will bring O'Fallon even more success. I'm able to report that the state of the city is excellent. O'Fallon has strong tax revenues, growing businesses, and growth in residential housing in every ward of the city. Just like years before, we have welcomed more businesses and neighborhoods, both large and small, and businesses are selecting O'Fallon to call home. Restaurants such as Drake's decided to build their first Missouri restaurant here in O'Fallon. The iconic building that was home to McGurk's for so many years will now be home to Goodwood Brewing. Where one story ends, O'Fallon stands ready to help open a new chapter for someone else. Like previous years, we will continue to invest in infrastructure to ensure that O'Fallon continue to grow. Our engineering staff is prepared to invest nearly $5 million in concrete repairs to our roadways. These repairs will improve the quality of life for our residents and our visitors, ensuring O'Fallon continues to be a sought-after place to live, work, and play. Both safety and quality of life will be enhanced because of these 2024 roadway improvements. The passing of the use tax in 2020 helped make these improvements a reality. We told voters that if the use tax proposition was passed, it would go to public safety and road improvements. And ever since you approved it, our staff and our city council have been committed and focused on making that possible, and we're keeping our promise. Protecting your safety continues to be one of our top priorities, and we continue to invest in our police department to ensure that O'Fallon remains one of the country's safest cities. Besides increased advances in technology, such as the flock camera system, throughout the city, the police department is advancing method in which they deploy our greatest asset, their officers. Beginning in 2024, the O'Fallon Police Department will deploy more officers each shift, so more officers are patrolling our neighborhoods and our businesses. Chief Frank Manini has restructured the department's patrol sectors from 8 to 10 patrol zones, providing more coverage in the parts of town that have seen growth in recent years. This restructuring has not occurred in more than 20 years, and thank you, Chief, and your staff for getting this completed. The police department has continued its community policing efforts, and the addition of the neighborhood policing officer has aided efforts to ensure our neighborhoods continue to be a place to call home. This position allows for individualized problem solving and relationship building with both individual residents and the HOAs. Another shining success has been the creation of the Park Patrol Officer. If you have not had the pleasure to meet the longtime police officer, Sid McDonald, at a park event, be sure to be on the lookout. Officer Sid is always wearing a big smile and is there to provide help, a hug, or just a high five when he speaks with our residents and our visitors to our parks. Each year, our residents tell us that our parks are one of the best assets and one of the best things about living in O'Fallon. Our Parks and Recreation staff continue their hard work finalizing the new Recreation Master Plan. This process ensures that the City of O'Fallon will meet the recreational needs of the community now and into the future. A strong and progressive Parks and Recreation Department increases the quality of life for residents and makes the City of O'Fallon a more desirable place to live, work, and play. Public input is critical in developing strategic planning for parks and recreational facilities, as well as recreational programming. Like we have for more than 30 years, the 2023 Celebration of Lights event was enjoyed by both residents and visitors, young and old. This year, the event raised thousands of dollars for local nonprofits and drew nearly 12,000 vehicles to Fort Zumwalt Park and 15,000 walkers on the three old-fashioned holiday stroll night. Speaking of such events, I'm excited to stand here today to announce our headlining bands that will bring so much entertainment to O'Fallon in the 2024 Heritage and Freedom Fest. Throughout the years, O'Fallon has a great history of welcoming some of the best acts to the main stage, and each year staff works hard to keep that history going. Finding ways to top previous years becomes more and more difficult, and some years are just better than others. Like they say, every rose has its thorn. But I can assure you that this year's Heritage and Freedom Fest will not disappoint. Our wonderful tourism festival staff asked me what I wanted this year's Heritage and Freedom Fest, and I told them I want nothing but a good time. And that's what they're giving us. Brett Michaels from Poison will be here on July 4th to give all of O'Fallon nothing but a good time. And I frequently have the opportunity to explain to our residents and visitors that I'm continually proud of O'Fallon has come to be known for. And Brett Michaels coming to the Heritage and Freedom Fest is an example of that. Normally our staff goes out and searches for the best entertainment to come here for our Independence Day celebrations. But this year, Brett Michaels reached out to O'Fallon. He told our staff he was excited to play on July 4th because of what O'Fallon holds dear as our values. More specifically, how O'Fallon continues to be a high place regard for our nation's veterans and our active armed forces members. And since O'Fallon is continuing its historical lineup of great country artists, Mitchell Tenpenny will be here to show everyone we got history on July 5th as he helps close out the 2024 Heritage and Freedom Fest celebrations. These events take planning, hard work, and lots of volunteers. Whether it's a small event like a blood drive or a huge festival like the Heritage and Freedom Fest, we could not do it without our dedicated volunteers. And on behalf of your city council, thank you for all you do. You are truly an asset to this great city. We're always looking forward to new volunteers. So if you want to help, reach out to our volunteer services team. No matter what your interests are, we have a great opportunity for you. Our veterans are a special part of our community, and I'm so proud that our city continues to be recognized as one of the best places for our veterans to call home. In late 2022, we unveiled the Heroes Way program. Heroes Way is a 7.8-mile route through O'Fallon that passes city landmarks such as the Veterans Memorial Walk. We have now been able to honor 6 fallen heroes along the route through O'Fallon. And this past year, O'Fallon was honored to receive the 2023 Missouri Municipal League's Innovation Award for the Heroes Way program. I want to thank our city staff who help implement this program and to those who ensure the signage is placed along the route for everyone to see. I'd also like to thank Mr. Councilman Tom Herwick, who's our President Pro Tem. And if you're able to join us at the 2022 Veterans Day ceremony, you will know that Councilman Herwick was instrumental in creating Heroes Way. Not only was he the driving force behind this wonderful program, but he continues to give his full support of the program as a pillar for ensuring our fallen heroes are recognized here in the great city of O'Fallon. Mr. Herwick, thank you very much, sir. City staff and the City Council work hard to provide our residents, our businesses, and our visitors with the highest level of service. It takes a lot to do that. We depend on the businesses who drive our city's economy. We love to see new businesses, and we stand committed to ensure our existing businesses continue to thrive. Our economic development team continues to work with O'Fallon businesses to make sure their needs are met so they can thrive. And our team actively looks outside of our city to other regions of the country so they can introduce company leaders to the idea of calling O'Fallon home. It's really an amazing time here in O'Fallon, and I'm grateful to each and every one of you for all you have done and continue to do to make our city great, but I also know that there are residents who are in need of assistance. If you're one of these residents, please know that we are here to help. Our Grants and Assistance Division has numerous programs to help our low-income residents and our seniors. If you need help, please reach out to them. There are programs to assist with home repair, transportation, down payment assistance, and emergency homeless prevention. Our staff has done incredible things for some residents, and it's rewarding to watch residents come for assistance and then witness those same residents give back to others when they can. This is what makes O'Fallon a true community. With more than 90,000 residents, more than 1,800 thriving businesses, and hundreds of thousands of visitors shop, dine, and stay our community each year, I am more confident than ever of O'Fallon's outlook. From what started as a small railroad community has grown to what we know as O'Fallon today. O'Fallon is the 7th largest city in the state of Missouri, and we're poised to show everyone what being a professional city means. As a leader in the region, we are ready and capable of helping others, paving the way forward, and being ready to handle anything that may stand in the way of our residents and our businesses' successes. No matter if you're a family looking to relocate or if you're ready to retire, O'Fallon is your home. If you have a business idea and need help getting it off the ground, our team is here to help. If you're a Fortune 500 company and ready to expand, O'Fallon is open for business. If you're a fellow community and need guidance for help, our staff is ready to assist. We too were once small and young. Now we are a leader among our contemporaries, and we have successes to show for it. If those around us cannot or will not, O'Fallon can and will. Last year I spoke about leadership among our staff and what that can do for a community. This year, I'm telling you what regional leadership is, and it is O'Fallon. One example of this is a proposed law enforcement training facility located on Highway 79. The Center for Advanced Skills Training in Law Enforcement seeks to bring together regional law enforcement training at one location. At the same time, enhancing the economic development of the region by bringing in law enforcement officers both local and out of the state for training and conferences. When completed, this would put Missouri on the map as a national resource for law enforcement training. In 2023, both the House and Missouri Senate supported funding for this project. But as most of you know, however, this was vetoed by the governor. This year, our staff is committed to working with the legislature to seek funding so this facility become a reality. And if you ask why O'Fallon, it's because of our residents and it's because of our staff, that they know what leadership is and how to get things done that will make not only O'Fallon great, but everyone around. Together we have built an amazing city to call home, and I'm so proud to be a part of it. Thank you for all you do to make it possible. O'Fallon is truly a great place to live, work, and play. On behalf of my family and all of us here at City Hall, our staff, our City Council, and our hundreds of volunteers, thank you for making O'Fallon what it is today and for helping us build an even better future. Thank you, and God bless you, your families, the great city of O'Fallon, the state of Missouri, and these great United States. Thank you.
It's the place that 90,000 plus citizens call home, but it's where thousands of employees have found their home as well. So much is happening throughout every department in O'Fallon as we move toward a bigger and better future. We're all seeing the big picture, a picture of progress and teamwork, a portrait of a great place to live, play, and work. Nothing exemplifies this vision like our High Five Award program. In 2023, Ben Davis, Rob McCadney, and Dalton Patton from the Renaud Center, intern Caleb Engelhart from the Construction Inspection Team, Dennis Reinders and Steve Vossen from Facilities Maintenance, and Charlie Pleasant and Brian Shepard from the PD. We're all recognized as going above and beyond their duties to make a difference in our community. Our next High Five Award winner was nominated twice. James Noble, crew leader for the sewer water line and sewer lateral insurance program, was awarded as an individual and as part of the entire water service line sewer lateral crew for how well they treat customers. Well done. There's no larger task than maintaining the 450 acres of parks in O'Fallon. But our parks and landscaping divisions don't stop at routine maintenance and gorgeous flower beds. Improvements are being made across the city, on the fields, and in surrounding areas.
If you live in O'Fallon, then these parks are yours. So we just try to do the best we can to make sure that these amenities are safe and clean and just overall a good time to come and be outside as a family.
And with our growing workforce and new buildings to house them, Landscape has diligently added points of beauty to these constructions. While Parks and Recreation finishes up their master plan this year, Recreation's personal training and group fitness class numbers are at a level never seen before.
Our members love coming here because it's a little bit something for everybody. And you don't have to be, in top physical peak health to fit in. You can be a family member. You can be maybe just beginning your fitness journey to come in and work out here, and you still fit in, if you will. And that's why I like being here, is because you don't have to have a full range of knowledge in order to fit into our fitness facility.
Alligators Creek was open more this year thanks to better lifeguard recruitment, and facility rentals are now available online, giving residents easier access to our outstanding venues.
From the beginning of our reservation process to the end of our rental, we are there every step of the way, and we want to be a part and help make your day the best it can be.
Our police department prides itself on its partnership with the community and are increasing their visibility in our neighborhoods and on social media. The open house was a great success, and of course, everybody knows Officer Sid.
I want the kids and the parents to know that we are approachable, and the kids, they respond to it pretty well, and the parents do as well. They enjoy the police officers at the park, and they love talking to us and having a good time.
We added a new canine, Rogue. Canine Bear and his partner Adam McClenning earned first place at the field trials. And our courts have a new look. This division has taken on operations with Weldon Spring and Lake St. Louis for court services. With the successful implementation of a salary administration plan and a new expansion of their employee orientation program, our human resources team is continuing their efforts to increase recruitment and employee retention. Speaking of hard work, our facilities crew is making more than the season a little brighter with new LED lighting in City Hall. Along with a tuck-pointing refresh outside and new wall signage inside, Facilities has given City Headquarters quite a facelift. Our economic development team gave their Select O'Fallon logo a refresh as well, and the old McGurk space will soon be renewed as Goodwood Brewing. With great additions like Drake's, we can't wait to see what this team brings O'Fallon next. Our clerks continue their long-term goal of making sure our official documents are protected and available. Maintaining the database of resolution and ordinance numbers is a monumental task. Communications introduced a new employee newsletter, helped spread voter education last April, and the city's TV programming and social media sites are building a better sense of community with its employees and residents.
Our viewers rely on us for up-to-date information and news about our city, so whether it's the cable channel, whether it's live stream, video on demand, print media, social media, we have to be where the residents are. So in doing so and providing that kind of content, it's very fulfilling for us.
And grants and assistance continue their mission to help families with our home repair programs, transportation program, and emergency homeless prevention program. No matter the challenges they face, our Volunteer Services Division knows how to get our citizens engaged in their community to help it thrive. More than 13,000 volunteer hours supported O'Fallon's city divisions, programs, and events in 2023.
So last year we had nearly 2,000 citizens who contributed over 12,000 hours of service to the city. And these numbers continue to grow each time someone decides to act on their vision of a better O'Fallon, both now and for the future.
Now fully staffed, Fleet is taking more work in-house, only outsourcing repairs that will slow operations. Planning and GIS updated the zoning code this year, and their new public hearing notices now contain a QR code that links to the useful active development and public hearing map, where everyone can keep track of how our city grows thanks to the efforts of this division. Speaking of growth, engineering had several major projects reach completion this year, such as the City Hall renovation and the latest phase of I-70. And the Path of Heroes, developed by Tom Lehman, Tony Friedman, Julie Taylor, Tom Drabell, and Councilman Tom Duke Herwick, received the 2023 Innovation Award from the Missouri Municipal League.
While we can never repay their sacrifices, O'Fallon's Path of Heroes honors residents who have made the ultimate sacrifice in service to our country. Along the Path of Heroes, memorial signs are placed that list the name and rank of those who have fallen.
And the Building and Code Enforcement Division maintained and completed a record number of inspections, reviews, and daily permitting again this year. Site work for a new public works facility was bid out this year, and with new resources from the use tax available, Streets Division is cleaning intersections and paving roads across the city. And they responded to more than 2,000 service requests this year alone. With the water plant turning 20 years old this year, repairs to filters are underway. New liners, well pumps, and water mains, as well as renovations of the raw water main via ice pigging, and other improvements have kept our crews busy. Sewer Division completed the plant expansion project with the new treatment system going into service, and implemented a new SCADA system at lift stations as well.
Oh, absolutely love coming to work. The guys I work with are fantastic. Everybody's here willing to help out. And it feels good to make sure that we're getting good, clean water out to people, and make sure that when you're trying to get water out of people's houses, it goes where it's supposed to go, gets treated well before it goes to the Mississippi River.
And for 22 years, Environmental Services has offered residents top service with no rate increases, ever. And the residential roll-off container program has been such a success that they've expanded the program. The City of O'Fallon treasures our veterans. And along with the Veterans Affairs Office helping our heroes every day, our Veterans Memorial Walk events seek to give them the respect and remembrance they deserve. And once again, our 9/11 ceremony stirred our emotions as we were reminded of how brave and selfless our first responders can be.
Happy 4th of July!
What's better than 3 days of Heritage and Freedom Fest? Easy. A 4th day of Heritage and Freedom Fest. Bands like 38 Special had us rocking into the night. While everybody enjoyed thrilling rides, reveled in sideshows, and watched a piece of patriotic art being created in front of our eyes that now stands tall in City Hall.
Independence Day to me means coming out and celebrating with your family and supporting those that support us. So today it was great to see the O'Fallon police had a dunk tank out. There's a big crowd and a long line dunking councilmen and police officers to help raise money for them to do things like go to Police Week and for their cop prom.
Events like Fall Into the Arts and Whiskers and Wags fetched big crowds. And don't forget how jammin' concerts had us dancing in the streets all summer long. What an incredible year for our hometown. We'd like to thank everyone in our community who made our great city what it is today. And we're looking forward to an even brighter and bigger 2024.